Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, people. Good evening. Trust you all are good. Anyway, I'm inside a cabin, right? Or a van, whichever you want to call it, but whichever you choose to call it. But this is a mobile home. Mm. A caravan, a cabin, a van, you know, porter cabin, sort of, sort of. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Trust you all are well and good. So I'm sure a lot of you, I'm sure a lot of you by now would say that, would think that I have different bedrooms. Those of you that watch me all the time, you might think that I have different bedrooms. Yeah, a lot of you might think that I have so many bedrooms or so many houses. That's why I tend to appear in different places all the time. But unfortunately, that is not the case. I am here for work. Okay, I'm here for work. Yeah, and it's even one of the reasons why I decided to do this video. It is almost 12 o'clock, 12 midnight, and I haven't slept yet. I am yet to do my stretches or my exercise before I go to sleep. Hello there. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Ebere. How are you? Yeah, I'm yet to do my stretches before I go to sleep. Let me put this here because I'm going to move around with it. But I just thought, since I got here yesterday, I didn't get the chance um to chat to you guys. Okay, so before we do any talking, let us have a look at the interior. Okay, have a look at the interior. I know a lot of you, most of you from, a lot of people have never seen the interior of a cabin, but this is a two-bedroom. This is a two-bed cabin, and this is the master bedroom. Master bedroom. So I'm going to take you guys round. We are going round. Hi, 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 hi. Hello. Where is the flip, flip, flip? Flip, flip, flip. Okay. So those of you that can see, this is my bedroom. This is where I am sleeping. I am the only one in here. Okay, I found it right there. So this is my bedroom, and it's going to be my bedroom while I am here. You see, there are cabinet, storage, a lot of storage is here, a lot of storage places. Okay, let's go. This is an ensuite. So I've got a toilet in here. Where is the switch? Do I have a switch? So I've got a toilet in there. Okay. Yeah. Now let's go to the corridor. Turn this off. See, I am. Hey, and this is a toilet and bath. It's so narrow. It's so narrow. Okay, this is the other bedroom, which is very small. Very, very small. Oops. Okay, that's the other bedroom. It's empty. So, a lot of people call these holiday homes, okay, because these are made for holidays, like staycations. People come here. People come here to, you know, if you don't want to travel abroad, and there, if you don't want to travel abroad, and this is my kitchenette. That is my kitchenette. Okay, so I can cook, I can do everything, and that in there is the fridge. The fridge is behind that door. I've got some bottles of water. I have to carry my sparkly water with me everywhere I go to. Okay, so this is it. This is it. Okay. Right. So this. So let's stay here. Let's stay in here. I like to conserve energy. So I need to turn the lights off. I need to turn the lights off. I'm very big on energy conservation. Okay. Very, very big on energy conservation. So, ta-da! This is the living room. Okay. And I am in here all by myself for the next, oh, I hate these lights. For the next few days, few weeks, for as long as I'm here. As long as I'm here, okay? Now, while I do my stretches, we'll talk or we'll chat or we gist. Let us gist while I do my exercises, okay? Right? Because that is what I like to do, like exercise before I go to bed. It is good. Not mad exercising, but just, you know, something as simple as that. So, maximizing your worth, okay? Countless times I have advised people to learn to engage in personal development, professional, personal development. Unfortunately, you realize that most Africans hate something, they hate it. So this is a table, kind of a table-like structure. Let's sit here. Let me sit here. I can exercise and sit down at the same time. So a lot of people, or a lot of Africans, when they get the opportunity to travel abroad, do not bother. Who is talking about Honda car? Oh, crazy what? So countless times, a lot of people travel abroad and they aim for the money, right? Their aim is just to work and make money. And as soon as they get a job, they will do all the overtime and all the hours that they can lay their hands on, right? Like any overtime, but unless they haven't heard that, there's an overtime going or another job, a second job. So you waste your time working, working, working because you think you've got bills to pay. Yes, you have bills to pay, you have responsibilities, you have family to feed, but you forget that you are not growing younger. Okay? You forget you are not growing younger. You forget that you are not growing younger. The brain functions according to the age. If you are able to do all the studies that you can do while you are younger, you realize that it doesn't feel so stressful. You realize that it doesn't, feel like a burden. You realize that it doesn't become too much for you. But if you wait and you say to yourself, you've got time, therefore, let me work and make the money and then do the studies later on, you realize that at the end of the day, the studies will never be done. And because, let's say, the job that you ended up doing is a menial job, it's not a skilled job, and is the lowest paying job, it means that you are going to spend the rest of your life doing those kind of jobs and being paid peanuts. Okay, that is the system abroad. That is the system abroad. But if you decide to sacrifice and then say to yourself that, let me get all the studies done, let me get all the personal development done, let me get all the certificates or all the experience, educational experience that, it's available to me at present. Let me get all these. Hi, cartoon fan. Hello, how are you? let me get all these sacrifice, get the studies done, get things that you need to do, get the experience, and also learn about the life or the way of life of the place that you are. If you are able to do that, you realize that you are adding more value to yourself, right? You're adding more value to your life because in a few years' time, you would realize that it's paying off. It is paying off big time, okay? So you people see me travel, like you always see me at different places, in beautiful places. You'll be surprised to know that I don't pay a dime. This place, it comes with the job. I'll get paid for the job, and I would have had a holiday in addition to being here to work. Okay, so it's more like a working holiday. This is what I call a proper working holiday. Okay, now throughout the time that I've been doing this, I have rarely seen any ethnic minority do this kind of a thing. And I'm not joking, it's serious. Okay. Maybe in other places, but I've never really come across any non-Caucasians getting involved in this kind of a job whereby, you get paid to work. You get paid to work, and then you're also enjoying a holiday. I remember once, in fact, before COVID, I decided to go back to school. Not because I've never been to school or not because I haven't got any qualification. In fact, that was my third professional career or third professional qualification that I went to study for. And a relative heard that I was back in school studying, and they were like, so why is she going back to school instead of going to work? But the thing is, even though I was studying full time, I was working full time at the same time. It's just that, because I have added so much value to my life, any job I decide to do, yeah, any of the professional careers or qualifications that I have, any one of them. So let's say I get bored with what I'm doing today. If I get bored, I can switch to a different career or a different job, a different area. And each and every one of them pays me well, to the point whereby, if I choose to do a few hours of work a week, what I earn will be more than someone who is doing all these menial jobs, low paying jobs, but doing overtime. I'll still be paid more than them. Okay, because it's the value. It's the value I have added to myself and the experience that I have in all these areas. Okay, you know, and this is the thing, this is the problem, right? We limit ourselves too much. If you make money your focus in this life, you continue to limit yourself. You continue to limit yourself, right? If you make money your focus, money, yes, it's important to have money. Yes, you need money to pay your bills, but why don't you do it this way? Instead of just working to pay bills and to send extra to family and friends and what have you, why don't you let them understand that you have something more important to do, and as such, you cannot support them at that moment. So they are going to have to wait, okay? Because it's always the reason why people overwork themselves. They need to send money home. They need to send money to family. They need to send money to friends. And look, these family and friends that you are sending the monies to, do you think those people will not survive if you do not send them the money? Of course they will. That is one thing we fail to understand. These are our family and friends. They will always survive whether you send them the money or not. Whether you send them the money or not, they'll always survive. Okay, they'll always survive. So sometimes it's, we all want to travel for the good life. We travel in search of greener pastures. But when the opportunity comes, we lose focus. We forget about all the plans, the aspirations, and the aims and the goals that we are supposed to be setting. We get too excited that we forget about all these, and because the excitement caused us to lose focus by maybe daydreaming and having it in your mind and your thoughts that, oh, now I've made it, now the opportunity that I've been waiting for has been granted, therefore my life is made up, therefore, oh, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be successful, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. It's not wrong to live in that thoughts or that fantasy, but it's dangerous. It is very dangerous to live in such a mindset, okay? Because whenever, it is always important to think about what will go wrong, okay? Make plans concerning when things go wrong. Because these days we live in a time whereby it's difficult to predict. It's difficult to predict what will happen next. Even if you are so certain that nothing will go wrong, it will always catch you unaware. Like, you just get up and then all of a sudden everything, your entire world is collapsing on you, and the shock of that makes it worse. Like, it just overwhelms you to the point whereby you may end up giving up living altogether. Okay, so whenever I'm like, let's say if I'm given an assignment at a place that I've never been to, the things that always comes to mind, even though I've got all the experience, I've never had any issue or things like that, I'm always filled with the anxiety of things going wrong, or of, oh, will I be able to handle this? Will I be able to do this? What do I need to do when it doesn't work out? What happens if things do not go as planned? That is what I am always occupied with, And the good thing with that is, I get to the place only to discover that I was only worried for nothing. Like, it is something that is so simple and so easy to do. Okay, so that's why I said it's always to think about the negatives, so that when you get there and it turns out to be positive, then at least it kind of gives you a positive feeling. It lifts your hope up. Okay, it lifts your hope up, because if you think about the positive so much, like your mindset is just about the positive, oh, this thing is just going to be easy, this thing is just going to be simple, this thing is just, I'm just going to hammer this thing. And then you get there, and even though the thing is simple, but you find yourself in a situation whereby you are faced with challenges. Yeah, you are faced with challenges left, right, center. And then before you know it, you start panicking, you start being worried, then you lose focus, you lose grip entirely, and then everything is messed up. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, yes, when you get the opportunity, or when the opportunity has been handed to you, that, oh, I've been given the opportunity to travel. Okay, instead of, posting on social media, oh, I've got, my visa has been granted, bye bye to my village, bye bye to my country, bye bye to my whatever it is. Instead of being too excited, eh, keep it calm, keep it quiet, keep it, you know use it as a moment of reflection, a moment of thinking, a moment of planning, a moment of, you know, let that worry of the unknown, be worried of the unknown, because you don't know what you're going to face. All you know is that, you know, it is a good thing to go abroad, and when you go abroad, it's far better than your home country, and blah blah blah, and you are just too excited when you've never even been there. When you've never even been there, then you get there and everything, you know the shock is just too much, that you lose your footing. The shock is just too much, that you lose your footing, and you find yourself struggling to get a grip on even the most simplest of things. Okay, so the best way to avoid finding your place in such a situation or such an instant is by, making sure that, one, I've been given the opportunity to travel. What are some of the ways I can add value to myself? Let me think about education. Let me think about learning the environment, learning or spending time to learn, spending time to discover, spending time to find out some of the tricks and that is what you should be thinking about. Not, oh, when I get there, the first thing I'm going to do is to look for a job. Any job at all, I don't mind. I'll wash plates, I will do this, I will do that, I will do that. And that is what you're thinking about, because you need to make that money. You need to make that money. And you are just thinking, oh, I need to make money, I need to make money, I need to make money. You've arrived and you're like, the condition here is so different. It's so different. I thought as soon as I came or I arrived, it was going to be easy for me to find a job, and see, people that leave their home countries with well-paying jobs, professional qualifications, most of them find themselves in these kind of situations because they always have it in their mind that when they come, because they've got the experience, it's going to be easier for them to switch. It's going to be easier for them to find a similar job. It's going to be easier for them to get any job at all. And then they get here and they realize that whatever qualification they had, whatever experience they had, whatever jobs or positions they held, are absolutely useless. They have to start from the bottom. They have to start all over again. And this is where, instead of saying to yourself, okay, fair enough, I've got to start all over, why don't I start by developing myself professionally, developing myself academically? See, some of them will just throw away that idea, of that academic or professional development, because they think that they are already qualified. Yet they forget that that so-called qualification that they think they have, it's of no use. You see, it's of no use. And then they just jump onto whatever job that comes available. And then they find themselves trapped. They find themselves trapped in that work environment, whereby 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, you're still doing the same job. You're still cleaning. You're still doing care, and you cannot let go because you are always in need of money to solve the problem. Therefore, you cannot give up. See, I am saying this, I'm giving this advice because I've got, it's out of experience, not my own experience, but people closer to me. So I happened to bring some relatives here, and they've been here, let's say, 10 years and above, okay? 10 years and above. And I guided them on their application to come because they came under my, invitation and sponsorship. I sponsored them to come. They were so happy, so excited. But as soon as they got here, right, they lived with me. I started helping them to settle into the system, okay? And I'm talking about two different people. As soon as they landed the opportunity to help them settle, they stopped, or they took me out of the picture, okay? They thought they did not need me. They did not need my guidance. They did not need my advice. They even went further to say they have met better people who have better ideas than the ideas that I was giving them. On several occasions, I advised them to study. I advised them to develop themselves academically. I talked and talked and talked, and I became an enemy, okay, to the point whereby they cut me off completely. So what did I do? I just kept my peace and sat there watching. And these people had been working and making money, working and making money, working and making money. And these very people that they thought were better than I am, or better advisors than I was, helped them squander everything they had made, okay? Because they thought that the situation or their condition was always going to be like that. Guess what? Just recently, after cutting me off and I'm talking about the point of not even talking to me anymore, right? I get a phone call, and it was them. Both of them have come together, and they were now pleading for forgiveness, okay? And so I said, what are you asking for forgiveness for? You haven't done anything wrong. You made up your mind. You had your own mindset. You had your own ideas, your own plans. and you thought that what I was advising you to do was stupid, okay, and you went away. So there's, you've done nothing wrong that needs forgiveness, okay? And then they go about, you know, we really want we want to unite and come back together and, seek. Guess what? These people are now starting, or they are now taking education seriously. Mm? It is now that they have gone back, or they have decided to take on education and personal development. You get it? Look at all the time that had been wasted. Look at all the time that had been wasted, as in to have lived in this country, you know, 10 years plus. Mm? 10 years plus, and wasted all that time, all in the name of making money with low paying jobs. Okay, low paying jobs, right? Because you would expect that having been here 10 years plus and, becoming citizens, then you should have been doing a kind of a job that sort of pays well. Okay, you should have some value in addition to you now becoming a citizen. You should have some professional value. But unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, you'll be doing the same job that those who are just coming in and are striving to look for a job to do. You'll be doing the same kind of jobs with them, be paid the same rate as them. You get? Because there's this thing about money. Money, the fact that, let's say you start working and you're earning and the money is just coming, the money is just coming, the money, you are so excited. Don't be too excited, because it's not going to be so forever. It's not going to be so forever. Okay. So if you have just arrived or you are planning to travel, take this piece of advice. Adding value to your life is far better than making money as soon as you get here. And when I talk about adding value, I'm not just talking about academically, right? I'm not talking about academically. Even if you have to learn about the culture, you have to read about the different types of jobs and what they entail and what, the requirements are and how you can get those requirements, or how you can make yourself marketable, how you can build your brand. That is a brand. That is a brand. Okay. Yeah, that is a brand. Because as I sit here, I can tell you that I have added so much value to my brand that what I get paid for doing nothing or for doing a particular job, another person doing the same job will not be able to get the same rate as, me. Okay? Will not. See? And it's not just that. You'll be able to identify areas within your professional, your chosen profession that are lucrative, okay, or that has other values, other incentives, like I do, okay. Just imagine that, sometimes when and sometimes I decide, let's say if I'm at home and I haven't gone anywhere, okay, for a while, and I just feel like going on holidays, right? Like a staycation. I just need a change of environment. I can, you know, pick a phone, call, and make arrangements to go to another town or to wherever I feel like going to, and I'll get paid. You see, there are times, let's say I live up north and I want to go to London, right? I have an appointment in London or I have an event in London. All I'm just going to do, yeah, in order to kill two birds with one stone, is to arrange a job in London where, one, I don't have to pay for accommodation. Not only that, but I get paid for going there. I get free accommodation, okay? And I'm able to attend my meeting. I have done that a couple of times. See, and these are the smart ways in which, you can set your life. Right? These are the smart ways. I just get up and I say, okay, I want the other time I was in Scotland, right? And I had never been to Scotland. It was my first time going to Scotland. So I was like, okay, pick up a job or get a job. Pick up a temporary job in Scotland whereby your travel is being paid to drive down to Scotland. You are not paying for any accommodation and you are getting paid for being there, because you can easily pick up a job there and then do the job and also sightsee or do whatever you want to do. Do you get it? So this is how exciting life abroad can be. But it can only be exciting if you're able to add such value to your life. If you're able to add some amount of value to your life. Okay. There are so many ways that are not available or you don't get to see from your home countries. There are so many things, so many procedures, so many processes and stuff like that you hardly get to see. There are. Okay. Yeah, there are. But like I say to people, look, it doesn't cost a thing. Make sure you have, done what you need to do for yourself first when you had the chance, than to wait till it's too late. Anyway, right. My exercising. I'm not going to go to bed without doing any exercise, right? I am not. Oh dear, I am not. I came to exercise and I must exercise before I go to bed. Oh, just don't laugh when I when I end up on the floor. Ah, this is too high. Too high. Woo, woo. It's too high. Oh. Yeah, that is too high as well. Too high. I'm about to break my back. I'm about to break my back. Right. Anyway. Ooh. Simple stretch. Simple stretch. Oh, goodness me. Did you hear that? That click. I can't see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I knew that was going to happen, Pei. Oh, okay. Oh, guys, serious. Okay. If I break my back, you guys should come and help me, right? Oh, I'm just too stiff. Too stiff to bend. Eh? You have to do this because I spend a lot of time standing at one place. So I end up with all these constricted veins. Yeah. That's why I need to do the stretches. It helps. It helps with the blood flow. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey. Ew. See? See the click, 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 click. The click. It feels so good. All these clicks feels really good. Old age, eh? believe me. When you get to your 40s, you understand what I mean. Eh? I can't go any further. I can't go any further. But all the same, it's 12:40, which means I should be in bed by now because I have another long day tomorrow. A very long, long, long day. I have a very long day tomorrow. Oh, oh, oh. Think that would do. Well, the last thing I want to do is to sweat. Yeah, so thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Sweet dreams, sleep tight, and God bless. Okay? Ciao. Ciao, Bella. See, now I'm lazy to even get up and walk. That is how good this stretching is. Do you know that it's recommended that you do at least oh God, 30 minutes exercise a day? Yeah, it is. Right. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thank you. And good night to you all. Remember to add value to your life, okay? So that you are marketable. So that you are at a competitive advantage, okay? If you find yourself in an interview with a few other people who have also been trained in the same job, you know that the job is going to be yours. Not only will it be yours, but the pay would also be as per your brand, okay, or the value of your brand. That is the beauty of it. The higher the higher the value, the higher the pay. Oh dear. Tickly cough. Tickly cough. Okay. Right, guys. Oh, I'm now sleepy. I am now sleepy. Ciao. Ooh. Oh, look at fatty me. Fatty bum bum. Fatty me. Yeah, that's why I have to exercise. Ciao. Thanks, guys. oh, 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 oh. La 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 la. Oh 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 oh. Ah 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 ah. Da 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 da